tremendous disparity. I may be alive or not alive, but I believe it is going to be an uprising.
This is the recently built, world-famous Antilia House. It's the most expensive private residence on Earth and has been valued at $2 billion, though you'd barely guess at street level. It supposedly has 3 helipads, a staff of 600, and its floor area is allegedly greater than the Palace of Versailles. It houses India's richest man, Mukesh Ambani, his wife, and 3 children. Shobha had told me all about it earlier in my stay.
Well, I went to the housewarming party. It is a spectacular building by any standards.
How many stories?
27 for one family, not bad. But I see it as a landmark. I've called it the modern-day Taj Mahal. And I have seen clumps of people from across India and Mumbaikars themselves who stand across the footpath clicking pictures.
Antilia has, as you might expect, come in for a bit of flack for its opulence. So I'm not surprised its doors remain closed to me. But the great news is, thanks to Shobha, her good friend Nita, Mukesh's wife, has agreed to meet. Mukesh Ambani, in 2007 the world's richest man, runs Reliance Industries, India's largest private sector company, which has a stake in countless fields. Nita Ambani is a qualified teacher and spends much of her time running this new school. She founded it to honor Mukesh's father, Dhirubhai Ambani. His is the emblematic rags to riches story, one-time petrol pump attendant who went on to own the refinery.
Welcome to our school.
What a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Ambani.
So can I show you part of my school?
Yes. Can I take a closer look at that?
Sure. It's a lovely picture. It represents...
Nita's school is one of the best in India, but it's no charity. In fact, parents' evenings may be the best networking opportunity in town. Even Shah Rukh Khan sends his kids here.
Yes, I think our school is a joyous place. Everybody's smiling here.
When people look at you and your husband and say, these are among the wealthiest people in the world, how do you reconcile yourself with this enormous privilege of having so much money, if I can put it crudely like that?
I don't think wealth has really been our aim or ambition. For Mukesh, it has been a passion to create reliance, to generate employment. And for me, it has always been the soft power that has always driven me.
Now, you're obviously an extremely focused, driving, ambitious lady who does not like to have obstacles in her path.
I don't think that's my description at all.
But I'm sure, I mean, nobody without drive and enterprise and initiative, you couldn't have created something like this.
You know, my work has been very distinct from Reliance. From the very beginning, I was brought up in equality, and it only came with a rider that give your best in whatever you do.
I had a conversation with Dr. Cyrus Poonawalla, who went to the races, and he said that he was so worried about the gap between the rich and the poor that he thought that unless something was done about it, in due course, Mumbai might find itself, and these were his words, in a revolutionary situation. Have you ever taken such a dramatic view of what might go wrong?
In the world that I deal with, where I see young children coming in from all sections of the society, I'm very optimistic.
I'm going to ask you, because I can't leave Mumbai without doing it, one question about your house, but I hope you will feel that it's not prying into your private life. And if you don't want to answer it, don't answer it. It's a stunning piece of work. Some people have said, well, it's the 21st century Taj Mahal.
For Mukesh and myself, it is the only home that we have in the whole world.
It's the only one you own in the whole
Yes.
world? Really?
then.
But sometimes in the middle of the night you think, well, people are making these comparisons with a great mogul, a symbol of ancient Indian power.
Not at all. I just want the home to be not a house, but a home for my children.
Do you consider yourselves the modern moguls
No.
of Mumbai?
No.
The modern mighty moguls of Mumbai?
Not at
No?
all.
No?
Not at all. My life is so far removed from all that.
Whatever her protestations, I think Nita Ambani does deserve to be called a mogul. Very few people out here, in the Victorian heart of old Bombay, will end up in the mogul set. It's that set, for good or ill, who are nonetheless setting the tone of an era every bit as much as their forebears. This remains a staggeringly unequal society, but wealth and opportunity do more than trickle down. And the fairy tale story of the rich and famous seems to inspire, rather than breed resentment, among ordinary people.
You know, Mumbai, with its boundless optimism and its can-do spirit, it's a bit like New York 120 years ago, which attracted people from all over the world and gave them the hope that they could rise from absolute poverty to prosperity within a generation. Is that the real power of this great city?
It's my last night in Mumbai, and I've been invited to a wedding at one of the big gymkhanas on Marine Drive. This isn't a billionaire's Nisa. Dimple and Vikeshji are the children of Mumbai gold traders, middle class, I suppose you'd call them. So this is a simple wedding for just 2,000 or so of their closest friends and family. Even so, it makes a big, fat gypsy wedding look an exercise in austerity.
She's my sister's sister-in-law.
She's your sister's sister-in-law?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they basically belong to a gold family.
Gold family?
Yeah.
So two gold families.
Two gold family meeting together.
And it makes a bigger gold family.
Bigger gold family.
Bigger gold
Yeah.
business.
I think I'm the only guest here who feels that the soundtrack to the bridal couple's grandiose entrance is somewhat odd. But maybe it's a mark of New India's energy and vigour that no one knows or cares this is Rule Britannia. It's just a good, rousing tune to go up the aisle to. There are some who worry that India is losing something of its soul as it modernizes. I think that's patronizing. But more than that, it's completely wrong. I really don't have anything but good wishes and a rather sad bunch of flowers to offer the happy couple. They've got a future as golden as the trade and the city they're in.
Yes, go.
Greetings and good
Thank
wishes
you.
from London.
It seems to me that Mumbai demonstrates that India is growing, taking its rightful place as a power of the first order,
I wish you much happiness. I hope all goes well.
and doing it its own way, from which we could learn a good deal.